body and the soul, the spirit and the identity, and also sexuality and identity, right? An Oriental dancer, a true Oriental dancer, is the embodiment of all that. So what happens when you train yourself correctly in Oriental dance is that you reclaim your identity. You reclaim your own voice. You start to express your own language within the language of Egyptian dance, as opposed to mimicking your teachers, mimicking the dances that you like, which is most of the time what happens, unfortunately, right? When you are learning Egyptian dance from the core, you suddenly realize you don't dance to seduce, to give pleasure. You dance to give yourself pleasure. This is another feature of Lilith. When a dancer comes to the conclusion that she is dancing for herself primarily, she is embracing Lilith without knowing. If I don't have pleasure, my audience will not have pleasure. They enjoy through my enjoyment. They are not the target of my pleasure. They're not a target for anything. The audience is there to connect with. They're not there to be pleased, to be seduced. This is one of the biggest bullshit myths and ideas that surround Egyptian dance, that an Oriental dancer is a seductress, and it's bullshit. You are there to have pleasure, like a queen, like a queen. And your audience, if there is an audience, they will enjoy through your enjoyment. They will not enjoy because you make the porno flick face. Come on. That is very distant from Raqs al-Sharqi. It has nothing to do with Egyptian dance. Although we think it is connected, it's not, man. It's very distant. A real Oriental dancer is enjoying herself. I claim my right to pleasure. I'm doing it for me. If you want to feel it with me, great, welcome. If you don't, great, I'm doing it for me. Okay, but it's transcendence. Tarab is the experience of transcendence, of ecstasy, of exaltation, of surrender, of transcending this physical, material, egoic reality and actually surrendering so deep that I'm gonna meet my soul. That can happen while listening to music. It can happen while dancing. This is why the Sufi dancers dance. Yeah, why I shared images of Sufi dance with you, because Sufi is a very obvious example of a philosophy or an arm from Islam, because Sufism is an arm from Islam, that believes that through music and movement we reach God. Through music and movement, I reconnect with God. We may use other words, we may use soul, spirit, life, whatever, but it's the same reality, it's just different words. I do it enjoying it. I don't do it like a machine. I do it like a human being in full possession of her feelings and sensations. And that's so sexy, that's so sensual. And strangely enough, that's so soulful as well. A true Oriental dancer is extremely sensual and soulful. Sensuality, when it comes from the claiming of the pleasure, is very soulful. When I allow myself to feel those muscles, to feel those movements, to go into that shimmy, when I allow myself to go into each movement, you know, not from a mechanic point of view, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I die of boredom. I already died and nobody told me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I died. Really, I'm already dead. No, you feel, you feel, you feel, you feel. And then everything comes to life. It's sensual, but it's soulful, because deep-rooted movement is sensual and soulful. This is one of the most beautiful lessons you will learn from authentic Egyptian dance, guys. And what does it tell us? If we try to bring it outside of our dance, it tells us that the more involved with the physical world we are, the more soulful we become. Look at the trees, touch the animals. Don't be afraid. Get into the water. Take those shoes off. Walk on the earth. Feel things. Be present. Feel things. We are here. And the more connected you are with nature, the more connected you are with the elements, the more connected you will be with your soul. When you connect with the Mother Earth, you connect with the Spirit, with the Father. How many of you listen to your wombs? How many of you feel your womb? Aside from menstruation, you okay? Some of us are menstruating, right? Of course we feel, some of us have pain, discomfort, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? Sadly, most women only feel their wombs while they menstruate and have pain, sadly. What I'm saying is that most women are totally disconnected from their hearts. The heart right here on the chest and the heart in the womb. We don't feel. We don't feel. We are disconnected from both. So we are disconnected from Egyptian dance because Egyptian dance brings both hearts together. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So disconnected. In our womb, we carry wisdom. In our womb, we carry memories of our lineage, mainly our mother lineage. There is usually a lot of pain accumulated in the womb for women, in most cases. I call it the Pandora box. Pandora box. But Pandora box is also the Marvel box, because the womb is a box where a lot of our pain and the pain of our mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers is stored. This is why we don't want to connect as well. It's not only a question of education or miseducation, is that there is so much pain there. There is so much emotion stored there that doesn't even belong to us, you know? And we are afraid, we don't want to go there, but this is one of the points of power for women in terms of feeling, in terms of intuition, in terms of strength. Yes, and you know, great stuff, but it's limited. The head is limited. Yeah, it's the logic, it's rationality, but there is another kind of wisdom, another kind of intelligence that is not 1 + 1 = 2, that is residing in the womb. So what I propose here as the third secret of Egyptian dance is the awakening of the two hearts. The heart that we know is here and that we already associate with emotion. So what does that mean? Loving more, exposing what we think, what we feel more. Not being afraid to feel ugly or sad or weird when we're dancing. If I feel sad, I'm gonna dance my sadness. If I feel dark, oh, be sure, I'm gonna dance my darkness. This is my heart speaking and I will allow it to speak. And that makes the dance more powerful because it's more honest. You know, it's more honest, and honesty is powerful. In art and in life, honesty is very powerful. The same thing for my womb. My deepest emotions, my deepest pain, my deepest pleasure, my deepest memories, my deepest legacy, the sadnesses of so many women that came before me, they're there. And if you start to listen, just put your hand on your womb while you're dancing, close your eyes and see what comes, see what happens, little by little, reconnect with very simple things. Sometimes it's so simple as laying your hands on your womb while you're dancing and closing your eyes and just feeling and letting it flow and letting it move as it wants to move. And allow yourself to feel it. You know, big stuff start to happen with very small steps. When we're talking about Egyptian dance, we're also talking about really important stuff. You know, a woman who is disconnected from her womb, rest assured, is a woman who may dream a lot, but will not make great things. She will remain in the dreaming. Oh, I dream, I have the potential, but then there is no materialization. Why? Because this has to do with the ability to manifest in the physical world. We live in a physical world. It is not only physical, but it is also physical, right? If I dream about a beautiful choreography, but I don't do it, I cannot do it. What's the value of that dream? Right? If I dream about a new garden, a new world, a new village, a new way of living, more ecological, more fair, but I don't do anything about it, it's just a dream, it's just a wish, what's the value of it? So the womb is also a symbol, yes, of the genie of the bottle, in the sense of it's a tool for manifestation. When my womb is active and I'm reconnected, and I mean reconnected coming from the principle that we've lost connection, okay? I am in contact with my ability to create new life. Not only bear children. Bear children is one of the functions of the womb. It is not the only function of the womb. Again, this is what we've been told. The function of the womb is to bear children. Yeah, that is one function of the womb, a big one, obviously. But the womb is a creation tool. Creation of what? Of anything that you want. What do you want to create? What is your dream? It all starts in the womb. Is that too crazy? Okay.